Check. Are we? Fuck, I wonder if that's in the shot. Oh, shit. Hold on. Hold on. I can fix this. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. This is gonna take so much longer than... Okay, hold on. Hold on. Stop panicking. Stop it. Fuck. Damn it. Shit. Boom! What's up, guys? How's it going? It's me again. Welcome back to another fantastic episode of Pillow Talk. Can you guess what I cannot wait until I can't see actually that this is not in the shot. Can you guess what we're talking about today? That's right. Not only did you see the bit from before, but you also have the ability to read like a competent, normal human being. Congratulations! Today's episode is gonna be about not just Spider-Man on the PlayStation 4 like you originally thought because of the title. Stop! You violated the law! It's about not all of the Spider-Man games, but I'm going to be talking about 2 Spider-Man games in specific. One that I think is far inferior, and one that I think is far superior because of nostalgia and my corrupt brain. I'm going to be comparing Spider-Man for PlayStation 4, bada bing, bada boom, and Ultimate Spider-Man for the GameCube, for the GameCube. Bada bing. I recently just played through all of Spider-Man for PlayStation 4, and I couldn't help but be a little disappointed at the end of the day. I like the game. It was fun. I would get a little, you know, you know, do one of those. I'd do one of those. I'd play through the game. I would enjoy myself. I would have a good time. Swinging through the city, flipping around left and right like it was nobody's G-dang business. But then I had to play the story, because eventually, after a certain point, you can't just flip around the city beating up the baddies. You have to actually play through the story. And that was not very fun. What I did like, at least comparatively, I don't even know how this video is going to be structured or formatted. What I like about Spider-Man for the PlayStation 4 is that the thwipping mechanics, thwip around the city, feel better than they ever have. You can thwip left and right. You got that fucking power stomp thing that you can do if you hit both triggers. I don't remember what the fucking name of it is. I have like 70 hours in the game. I have no idea. I 100%ed the entire game. I should know this, but I fucking don't. But they made the thwipping mechanics feel absolutely incredible. Also, the fighting, even though it is a superhero beat-em-up game, so you just smash square until you fucking win, it does feel oddly satisfying because there are enemies you can't just fucking mash square with. And so you do like all your interesting little moves and everybody gets their own thing, which is basically just, for me at least, it was you would do triangle so that way you could flip over to the guy. You would triangle B so you dodge under them, hold square, power attack him up, kill him. By that time you got your focus bar. Ding ding! Lights out for everybody else.
Hello, everybody. While I was editing this video, I noticed that I used 2 different console interfaces for when I was talking about that. Ignore it.
Oh, you know it's a good idea, like working out and like 20 minutes later going, yeah, it's a good time to record a video. Where the game faults, the game's biggest fault is in the story, because the story, quite simply, is just uninteresting. I really do like the parts with MJ and Peter where they're communicating, but that's just because I'm a soft boy and I like seeing other people have emotion, something that I have yet to be able to channel. But the story just didn't it's just kind of like, Dude, I'd rather just swing around New York and fucking take pictures of the Eiffel Tower while I'm beating up some bad boys right in their behinds, you know what I'm saying? However, a game that I think does not falter on any of this is, that's it, you guessed it, Ultimate Spider-Man for the GameCube and possibly other consoles. I don't know. I owned it on the GameCube, and this video is about me. It's not about you, so stop making it about yourself, you selfish selfish little man. You're a little tiny man. You're a little tiny man and nothing else. But Ultimate Spider-Man was better in all ways. What makes it the best Spider-Man game? You could jump off of the tallest tower in the game and die. That was a big problem that I had in the new Spider-Man, is that you don't die from fall damage. Going on the top of the Empire State Building and just jumping off for no reason and dying for, once again, no reason is something that I miss, and something that a game that we all can think about doesn't allow us to do, or the Avengers Tower, that being said. You know what? I'm not even upset about it. It's fine. The gameplay of Ultimate Spider-Man was obviously not nearly as good. Flipping around the city, it just isn't exactly as coherent as you want it to be. The fighting mechanics are a little buggy. But it makes it, like, ass-tearingly difficult, which is something that I think Spider-Man PS4 is severely lacking. I played through the entire game on the hardest difficulty, and the only times that I had problems were on those stupid forced stealth missions where you don't even play as Spider-Man. It's fucking bullshit, and I hate it. I'm worked up. I'm getting really worked up over this. It's just Spider-Man. Get out of your system, it's okay. I also feel like the Ultimate Spider-Man had way more memorable moments than Spider-Man on PlayStation 4. I'm trying to remember some of the more memorable moments for the PlayStation 4 game. I just fucking played it. Like, the coolest thing I can think of is, like, when Dr. Octo turns into, like, a fucking baddie, which we all expect to happen, but the way that it's done is actually, like, done quite nicely. Like I said, the MJ and Peter moments are pretty sweet, get my heart rate pumping, you know, because, like, I haven't seen another woman in years. But Ultimate Spider-Man, I can think of multiple different moments that, like, truly stand out to me. Like, when you have to, like, race through the city with Johnny Fire. When you first fucking fight Electrode, that hard-ass motherfucker, when he, like, takes control of all the signs in like, downtown Broadway, wherever. I've never been to New York. Stop asking me questions about New York. I do not have the answer for you. I'm really sorry. I wish I did, but quite simply, I do not. I'm on fucking crack or something. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Maybe I'm just nostalgic for games with bad controls, because the smoothness of the Spider-Man PS4 game is incomparable to any game that I've ever played. It looks gorgeous. The suits are really fun. The leveling up system is fantastic. There's just something about it that I did not like. Maybe too many similarities to Ultimate Spider-Man, which I know is a worse game in comparison, but to me is a game that I can enjoy much more. I personally like the graphic style that they go with in Ultimate Spider-Man, which is why I love that suit that they got that they got in Spider-Man PlayStation 4, where it kind of looks like the suit from Ultimate Spider-Man. That was a suit that I wore the whole time, even though it gives you the worst suit upgrade, which is quips, which actually was kind of fun, I'm gonna be honest. Just, like, beating up a baddie and just being like, I'm Spider-Man! I've just been feeling nostalgic a lot recently, and especially when I was playing through Spider-Man PlayStation 4, it was making me think about how much I used to love playing Ultimate Spider-Man. Every single one of these videos I talk about my brother or my dad, but it's because a lot of these good memories that I have with these games involve my family, because my whole family were a bunch of nerdy gamers like myself. Look at me. But I just can remember, like, my brother and I just, like, taking turns. Once again, same thing as Beyond Good and Evil. My brother and I taking turns with the Electro fight and the Rhino boss fight in Ultimate Spider-Man, trying to beat it, and both of us. This is actually a game that neither him or I could ever beat. And to this day, I have never beaten Ultimate Spider-Man, which is something that I would love to do. Unfortunately, I don't have the game anymore, which does kind of suck. The memories that I have with that game are what is so important, and it's what makes me hold that game so nearly and dearly to my heart. And I think that is, at the end of the day, probably why I don't like Spider-Man PlayStation 4 very much, because I can't get nostalgic over it yet. Give it about 4 months, back in the ringer, back in the saddle, baby, more depressed than I've ever been. But today's not that day. Shut up!